Mission Statement. Anarchism is a jungle. There can be no other word for it. There are collectivist and individualist anarchists, revolutionary and pacifist anarchists, atheist and Christian anarchists, communist and socialist anarchists, high-tech and primitivism anarchists, industry-centered and environmentalist anarchists, as well as property abolitionist and free market or capitalist anarchists. It simply cannot be possible to navigate in this jungle of ideas, which are so obviously contradictory. Yet they all claim to be anarchist. Even though all anarchists agree on the necessity of abolishing the state and its oppression, they usually put more energy into fighting each other than advancing their common goal. No wonder they do not like each other. The anarchist tradition tries to include people with as different ideas as Pierre-Joseph Proudhon, Max Stirner, and Murray N. Rothbard. The former proudly stated that property is theft, while the latter considered private property and capitalism morally superior and the only economic order consistent with freedom. This seems to be an obvious contradiction and fundamental cause of conflict. Anarchists may wish to continue fighting each other and accomplishing nothing while further repression from the state awaits. Anarchism.net will no longer take part in this domestic violence and hatred within anarchism. We believe anarchism is of immense importance to the world and the people living in it. Anarchism is a tradition of freedom, which has the solution to the oppression and repression of mankind by the coercive structures of the state. The anarchist ideas and objectives are simply too important to neglect. But still anarchists around the world choose to do this while taking part in the war of anarchists versus anarchists. The greatest threat to freedom is the dogmatic factions of anarchism raising one great philosophical leader to the skies, aiming to convince or subjugate all other kinds of anarchism of the superiority of the true anarchism. But virtually all anarchist thinkers throughout time have contributed or can contribute to the tradition of anarchism. By combining the great teachings of different views, we can find new solutions to unsolved problems, and bring the shattered movement together. The socialist tradition has obvious shortcomings which can easily be corrected using the teachings of free market anarchism and anarcho-capitalism. The same is true with the latter, which has a lot to learn from the socialist anarchist traditions. Combining the socialist gut-feeling philosophy with the calculating economy-centered, rationalist tradition of anarcho-capitalism creates a great and indisputably powerful anarchism. Strengthening the idea further with arguments from the green anarchist, syndicalist, individualist, and voluntarist standpoints makes this meta-theory of anarchism unbeatable. This may seem like mixing something good with something bad, or poison with food, bound to cause a deadly or unhealthy mix. And this is probably a solution which is not greeted by the common dogmatic anarchist. But it is a solution we believe is very powerful, and from which every anarchist can learn and find inspiration. This is the purpose of the new Anarchism.net.